Hello, welcome to our channel Learning Fun Zone. My name is Harshada and let us start with today's video.
There, future coding wizards. Today, we are diving deep into the exciting world of Scratch to learn all about moving sprites. Get ready to create amazing animations and games that will leave your friends in awe. Why moving sprite in Scratch is so important? Well, it's the key to make your games fun and your animations mesmerizing. So, let's see how. By moving sprites in Scratch, you can develop dynamic and engaging games that are sure to capture the interest of players of all ages. And moving sprites enables you to create stunning and mesmerizing animations and showcasing your creativity and imagination. So, sprite stage is where the magic happens. It is like your blank canvas for creativity. You can make your sprites dance, fly, interact with the world you create. But first, we need to understand Scratch's secret language, the coordinate system. So we need to learn to navigate. So Scratch offers many tools to help you navigate easily. So including the zoom function, the hand tool and the green flag to start your project. Then the stage is where the place where the sprites come to life and interact with one another with the world you create for them. And you can use your imagination and coding skills and creatively to make your project. But first we need to understand Scratch's secret language, the coordinate system. It's how we tell our sprites where to go. So let's decode it. Understanding Scratch coordinate system is crucial for creating precision movements and animations. Scratch x-axis and y-axis, center point and coordinates, and negative and positive values offer precision and control. So, we will see the x and y coordinate, center point coordinates, and positive and negative values. So, let us go back to the Scratch. So, in the middle, we can see this is the x and y coordinates, and these are currently 0 and 0. So, if we move this, we can see x has become minus 115 and y has become minus 69. And if we go to the right, upper right, it is both are positive values, right? So this is the positive, this is the negative, third quadrant is the negative. Now let us get moving. We will use special code blocks to make our sprites glide, dance, and even bounce around like a choreographing a dance. We have motion blocks for moving sprites, including move, glide, and step blocks. You can stitch the blocks together, create complex movement patterns from dancing animations to rolling and jumping. We can loop the code continuously for movements and interactions such as spinning, rotating, and bouncing. And we can use mixing code blocks like combining the motion blocks with sensing blocks and open different possibilities. So I have some projects which we have already discussed in previous videos. So we will just go through them as examples. So we recently have done this Chandrayaan adventure game, right? So here you can see we have different motions. So we have different motion for this rock. So we have changed the x and y coordinates randomly over here, and we are moving it using the forever loop. So, and for the paddle, and we have for the rocket, we have defined motion for different keys that are pressed. So when the down arrow is pressed, we will change the y coordinate by -1, by minus the speed. And when the left arrow is pressed, we have changed the x coordinate, and right arrow also for the x coordinate, and up and down arrow for the y coordinates. So in this way you can code motion for the rocket. We have one more project where we had done a related fun adventure for the snake. So let us see what we had written for the snake. So we had used this glide option and we started the game, and once the mouse is moving we will be changing this. As the mouse is moving, the snake is also gliding. So this was our game. So in motion you can see different motion are there. So glide to random position, right to change x and y, and set, and if on edge, bounce. So different ones. So we can also see one more example for apple, and for apple we have written change y coordinates, and we have used the forever loop over here. And for the bowl, let us see what code we had written. So for bowl also we have changed the x coordinate because we wanted to move right and left, right? So we are using this. We can change our sprites costumes to create the illusion of movement. So it is like giving them a quick makeover. So for that we have to change it to next costume and switch costume too. So let us see some example for that. So we have this virtual pet. So let us go to this code. So here you can see for this parrot, we are changing the costume. We have this costume A and B. So whenever A is there, the wings are upwards, and whenever parrot B is there, the wings are downward. So when we quickly change it, right, so it will create an illusion of flying. So let us try. So when this sprite is clicked, we have used the switch costume and we have just added 0.2 seconds wait, and then we are running it. Awesome, isn't it? We can add sensing blocks for collision. So adding the sensing blocks to your code will give the sprite ability to sense something in the surroundings and avoiding the collision and overlap. So we can use two things, like if it is touching something and if it is on bounce. So let us check one example. We had done this Pong game, right? So in this we have used this touching sensing. In this sensing we had used this touching paddle. So whenever it is touching this paddle, it is changing something. So it is changing the score, and it is turning to around 180 degrees. So this is the game which we had designed. You can also see one more example. We had created a jumping game. So we had used this condition of touching, right? So whenever we touch Kiran, it will stop everything. So these kind of sensing blocks, when we can add interactivity to the motion. So whenever we jump, it is going, but whenever it is touching, it is stopping. So in this way we can use it for collision. So we have seen this repeat blocks, change y by blocks, y and x by, and walking animation and flying animations already in the previous examples. Go ahead. So interactivity brings your Scratch projects to life, and we have seen different examples and demos. These skills, you can bring your characters and objects to life. Get ready to wow your family and friends with your creativity. But hey, seeing is believing. We have shown you different examples of games, animations, and simulations that use sprite movement effectively. So use them and get inspired. Practice and stay inspired, and let your creativity soar. So, if you had a blast learning with us today, give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more coding adventures. Until next time, happy coding, creative minds.